Greetings to all you folks out there. I am going to jump in as quick as I can and list off the names real fast, and then I'll explain what I'm doing. On the north side, it is Heretic, Pock, and Kaiser. Kaiser. I can never remember how to pronounce your name, and I do apologize. On the southern side, we have Pock. No. Sorry. Crucibat, Geronimo, Hellcat, and Clinch. That is the player that I was missing up here. Now, to explain what is going on. In this game, this is a 1 versus 1 co-op. You will see cheating scroll by down here, but that is perfectly okay. It is gentleman's rules. And all of these players are very familiar with each other and what they're doing, so there will be no cheating here, even though it is scrolling past. What has happened is, this is a game with cheats on. One ACU will remain in the front. The other players will delete their ACUs using the cheat menu and then watch from their teammates' perspective. What this does is, there is one ACU, there is one kill target, you only get one chance. And if you die, if you lose your ACU, that is it. But you have the combined actions per minute of 3 players on the northern team and 4 players on the southern team. Kaiser is on the northern team, so that is understandable that they would do a 3 versus 4. So we're going to see a ton of action because there is a ton of actions per minute available with multiple people controlling these units, but there is only going to be one comm blast to decide this game. And right there we have a mongoose. I desperately hope that it will be deleted because that is ridiculous. Now what you're seeing here, this is absolute buttloads of manual reclaim, and that is what having, yes, that mongoose has been deleted. Someone was having a little too much fun. All of that extra actions per minute allows people to set up massive manual reclaim spams. It does wonders to boost the ecos of these players, and then there will be many people that will be able to control all of the individual units, so later on when we start getting groups and armies, it will get pretty hectic. I have a T1 bomber coming in, going to snatch those two engineers, prevent the building of that mass extractor, and then come around and kill 2 more and put some damage down on those power generators. 2 more engineers, just 1 more engineer up there, picking up a second. All that time devoted to bomber micro, and the base back home does not suffer. And it is going to circle around, try to avoid any AA that has potentially come up. Team Pock has pushed out 5 anti-air units and a tank. But mostly it is just base building. It looks like Team Krusty has done a bit better job of expansion, but a lot of that is due to the fact that Team Pock was losing engineers. But well done on the base expansion. Everything going up and proceeding in style. Huge mass stall on Team Pock. That is something that you have to be careful of, because with multiple people queuing orders, there is a potential to mass stall pretty hard if too many people are building too much at once. Team Krusty definitely getting the expansion out. So much more map control, so many more mass extractors built. Surprisingly, the eco is about the same, mostly due to the fact that Team Pock is going ahead and laying on the Tech 2 mass extractor upgrades. There's already 6 of them. Yes, 6. No, there are 6 for the southern team as well. Yes, that was the mass jump I was looking for. Definitely holding down a substantial lead now. Alright, our first real unit engagement going down in the center. Tanks dodging right and left. That is going to be a win for Krusty. Hopefully he will get in there with some engineers quickly and reclaim all of that mess. Dropping on the northern side as well. Already had a drop go down in the southern side. Pulling the map together, painting it yellow. Double drop coming down for Pak. Those are going to drop engineers on the plateau, mass extractors. A third transport at work as well, dropping engineers down here. Well, apparently they forgot about them, so they are going to lose them, and a bomber up here is going to try and deny that expansion that was started. The ACU is pushing a bit forward. I think this is somewhat of an unnecessary risk when you have this many people and this much build power going down. But apparently they do want an ACU war in the front. UEF versus UEF. All UEF units. I just realized that. So this is a perfectly balanced game unit-wise. It is truly a simple test of actions and skill level. Tech 2 coming out with a vengeance for both players. Multiple support factories. This is not looking healthy on the right side for Team Pak. Keep wanting to say Tupac. Perhaps I should. Tupac and Krusty. Sounds like a horrible R&B collaboration. Krusty is pushing on both flanks and holding the center, doing very well for himself. I am very impressed with the control on the map that they are exhibiting together as a team. It does not look like air is playing a very big role at all in this game. There are a handful of interceptors out, mostly just some scouting here and there. We can take a look and see Pak has done a good job scouting. Krusty has done a good job scouting. Pak, not so much. He does have most of the buildings labeled, but there is not recent scouting data on the center. Just looking at the eco, Krusty holding a 40 mass income advantage, but still stalling at about 100. The northern team is doing a better job of eco management, but still not perfect. In the whole, about 40 on average, it looks like. Krusty pulling together a good number of interceptors. No Tech 3 as of yet. Looks like Pak is he has finally put an end to that unstopped push, but he is still behind on unit count, and when you bunch up your units like that and let them take fire from a group of MMLs, you're really not helping your situation. Kaiser, I would imagine, is doing a lot of the unit actions. Pak is probably controlling the front end. I would bet money on the fact that all of these guys are in some form of voice chat, either Skype or Mumble. Which, by the way, if you've not gotten Mumble, there is no reason not to have Mumble. There is a download link on faforever.com, the homepage for this client, and you would do yourself a favor by getting it. Pak is in trouble. He got a shield to himself, but that is not going to be enough to deny all that damage. However, it looks like he is going to be able to pull it out. He got pillars to his ACU, and he's pulling a ton of shields over. Krusty has pushed T3. There are Titans on the field. And some heavy assistance going down on that factory, building Januses. They're going to try to get an ACU snipe in, I would imagine. Pak has finally secured this expansion, and it looks like he now has enough units to work on denying pushes. He's throwing down point defenses in a small creep here, but that is still a substantial amount of pillars. He needs to watch himself on that. I think what has happened here is Krusty has gone for a few extra upgrades. The Tech 3 land, a few more, he is capping his eco and upgrading more mass extractors, and that puts you behind on unit count when you have someone doing less teching and more unit production. Stuff like this happens. You don't have enough tanks to be everywhere at once, and this is far worse than an expansion. This is losing units in your home base. I'm very surprised that this group has gotten through, and they are tearing up the place for sure. Oh, tack snipe, but it has been spotted. Team Pac is on the ball. Tech 1 bombers coming in to try and deal with that, but there is a mobile flag and a mobile shield there. That brand new shiny Tech 3 HQ is going to go down. Januses are going to shred these units down here. They did a substantial bit of damage, definitely more than they cost. Those units were worth it, but they are no more. Those tack launchers are doing horrendous amounts of damage. And honest Titan spam. There are no Percivals in this mix. He is going 100% Titans out of those T3 factories. And actually, that is a horrible idea, because Pac was able to get some Percivals down to the front before he lost his HQ. So that allows him to easily deal with the Titans. That is going to be a win for him, but they really need to deal with this tack base. He has built a tack launcher there, but he has to keep moving his commander around. And connection! All but one is down. That is finally going to take a little bit of the pressure off, but he lost a lot of mass extractors on that. And that Tech 3 factory as well. That did not help one bit. Janus is coming around the north side. That looks like another attempt at a snipe, but they are going to see that. So many interceptors. It's like a slow ASF spam. Interceptor micro is hilarious because it is so slow paced. It is easy to screw up. Krusty has a strap bomber. That means Tech 3 Air has hit the field. Right down here, not a whole lot of assistance, just casually popping out a strap bomber or two. Needs to take some assistance off of that, actually. That is a horrendous power stall that I'm looking at, and a power stall on the north side as well. Oh, it hurts my head. Why? Why are you power stalling? And collapsing on the right side. I think this may be it for Pac. Team Pac is going to... Oh, inside the shield. Still alive with 3,000 health. He can survive one more strap bomb. But unfortunately, when you have this many units in your base and you've lost most of your production as well as a lot of your power, that is going to be game, I think. There's a nice little group of units over here to the left, but the Titans are rushing that direction to deal with it. And then, of course, you have to remember the air harassment, because there are no ASF on the northern side to deal with that kind of thing. These, this tack base over here was ridiculous. That was definitely a turning point, but Team Pac is not giving up. I am surprised. A lot of people would have quit over a game, over a turn like that. Strap bomber still rushing around, doing damage here and there. Everything is paused. They are trying to get the RAS upgrade. in order to solve their power issues. And boom, there is the finish. They went from minus 1,500 to plus 1,500. Krusty has bottomed out on mass. That is going to take care of the power problems. And that is what I'm talking about with the Percivals trumping the Titans pretty much completely. Percys are able to, let's see, they do 1,600 damage. That is 2,200 health and a 1,200 shield. Basically 2 shots and that Titan is dead. There's a little bit of health to clean up, but once you have 7 or 8 Percivals in one spot, Titans are pretty much useless. And I think that Titan spam is actually going to end up losing Krusty a whole lot of map control. He does not have enough Percivals to deny these pushes, although he does have some T3 point defense on the southern side, as well as a ton of shields. He is hardening up that commander as much as he can. Of course, that is the critical target. I am amazed at the skill of Kaiser and Pak and company. Forget what the third player was on that team. They were able to not only deal with this TAC base with more TAC launchers, but they were actually able to dodge out and survive with that attempted ACU snipe, and they've actually managed to pull together a good bit of map control. Those Percivals just wreck everything. I'm amazed that they've gotten away with it this easily. The southern team really screwed up not building Percivals. When you go 100% Titan spam, you're gonna have a bad time. And the last cast I did, apparently I said effectively 15 million times, and now I'm saying amazed that many times. I can feel it as I'm speaking. All I have to say to that is some of you try to ramble for 20 minutes straight about a game and see if you use the same word more than 2 times. I need to expand my vocabulary, pardon me, while I go pick up a thesaurus and read it cover to cover. Spearheads on the plateau, that is a first, but I can see how that would be ridiculously effective because those have a lot of range. Well, that is a complete turnaround. And a fat boy, if he can survive this Percival push, he actually has a chance with the blanket fire from that fat boy. The shield is going down quickly, but all the Percivals have been killed. He's going to retreat with that thing, try to get it under a shield, surviving with 3,000 health, pounding fire down on these bases. But that is a group. Commander has gone up. Did not see exactly what hit him. I think that was just a combination of blanket fire from these and some troops moving in. ACU got trapped between a rock and a hard place, and that was that. All right, winner is Team Pak. Congrats on one of the best turnarounds I have ever seen. You went from almost complete base destruction to wiping out the entire map about 10 minutes later. That is why you don't quit, folks. It is always there is always a chance that you will be able to pull it out and win. Alrighty, that is going to wrap it up for this cast. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please send me your replays, but check them first. I just went through about 4 replays that people had sent me before I landed on this one, and all of them were either desynced or incomplete replays. So I can't cast your games if they're desynced, and it's a waste of my time and a waste of your time if you send them in without previewing them. So please, please preview your replays before you send them in. Alrighty guys, I will see you later.